4.5, 4.6, fractions, decimals, and percents. I can convert between fractions, decimals, and percents.
Yeah, for some reason I forgot to put the word convert here. I can convert between fractions, decimals, and percents. Thank you, Landon. Are you able to do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Landon, you specifically, can you tell me what is the difference between a fraction, a decimal, and a percent? What is the difference between a fraction, a decimal, and a percent? There really is no difference, right? Other than how they look. Because a fraction, which by the way is a ratio, is part of a whole. A ratio, which by the way is a fraction, will still also be part of a whole. A decimal is part of a whole, and a percent is part of a whole. So can you represent a fraction as a percent? Could it be the exact same fraction and the exact same, like, could it represent the same value?
Yeah.
Could a percent represent the same value as a decimal?
Yeah.
Could a decimal represent the same value as a fraction?
Yes.
And so on and so forth, right? Right? Right, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, so when I go down to all of my notes here in this particular lesson, I am simply telling you, or we simply went through the process for converting a fraction to a decimal, and then that was our cheat sheet idea. The process for converting a decimal to a fraction is right here, and we also use that as our cheat sheet idea. We just shortened it down so it was a little bit shorter. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this video talking about the process because it's a process you need to know, and you need to know by tomorrow if you don't already have it. You should have known this by like 2 years ago. You need to know how to convert between a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. On the test, you are going to need to be able to convert between a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. On the assignment you're going to get in a couple of minutes, you need to convert between a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. If you need to use your notes, fine, but you're not going to have them on the test. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, unless I allow you to use your cheat sheet card, which is always an option. These, again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on any of them, are the processes that you need to know in your brain. Couple of things I want to ask you. Okay, you ready for a little pop quiz, an oral pop quiz? When you're going from a percent to a fraction, what do we change the percentage sign into? What word do we use for the percentage sign? Tyler? Hundredths. So when we go from a percent to a fraction, that percent sign we say as hundredths. When you're going from a decimal to a fraction, what's the trick? A decimal to a fraction. If you don't know, you should be looking through your notes right now. When you're going from a decimal to a fraction, the trick is, you can also call it the process, is what, Ella?
Read the decimal with place value.
Read the decimal with place value and reduce. In this classroom, it is illegal. It is against all rules for you to say a decimal without using place value, correct? You may not say 0.4. You must say what, Will? It's not 0.4, it's
0 and 4/10.
or just 4/10, right? So you have to say it using the place value. Questions?